Hi Stampin' friends, and tonight I'm going to show you how to make this beautifully pinned pencil holder. The idea came from Tina Hamp. I modified it just a little bit. Hers has an open bottom, and because I only wanted to put one pencil in each holder, I modified it to have a sealed bottom, and it just made it look a little neater for just putting one pen in. Now I used the beautifully pinned designer series paper for this one, and I put one of the little Vera Bradley pencils inside, so that's where I got my color scheme for coloring this. Now what I used was, I used the Dark Just Jade, the Light Magenta Madness, and the Light Polished Pink blends to do my coloring. I colored the centers, of course, with the darkest pink, the Light Magenta Madness, and then I colored the Light Polished Pink on the petals, and then the Dark Just Jade on the back. And I only colored the parts, it did bleed through a little bit here at the top, you can see, but I only colored the parts that mattered, so I didn't waste my blends. I only colored the parts that you would actually see on this, if that makes sense. And then I used our Polished Pink pretty organza ribbon and just tied it around it just to make a little neat design. Now when I upload this to my blog, I will have a picture of a different batch of these made like this, out of this particular pattern, and this one as well, just not colored, that say OSU on them. I gave them to my daughter to have at OSU to give to her sorority house roommates, things like that. So let me show you how to make this, because it is super quick, and I've made pencil boxes before for these pencils. This is just so much simpler, I cannot even tell you. So I was very excited to make something really quick with this. And you know, we have plenty of this paper for Sale-A-Bration. So my little container thing is 7 inches long and 6 inches tall. Then it is scored on the 6-inch side at 1.5, at 3, and at 4.5, if that makes sense. So there is the scoring on that. You can see it folds up like this. And I used my bone folder and got everything, you know, on each spot just to get it neatly done. And then one thing I did try to make sure is that I have the stripes running up and down, or that I have the scallops running across as you would want it to be. I tried to work on that. But as you're doing this, I'm going to try to do it your direction. You want to take the top right corner, your top right, and fold it down just almost to the line that you've scored here, the first line. Then you're going to take your top left. So like if I were looking at it like this, it's the person who's looking at it this way. The top right I fold to the first, the top left I fold to the second scoring, if that makes sense. And then the bottom left I score to the first. So this is how I'm going to be, when I've completed this, this is how this is going to be. It's all done like this, and I'm just going to do all my score lines and get them neat. What you don't want to have happen is you don't want to have any of this overhang into the score line, because you want to keep it nice and neat. So then what you're doing is folding this way, and then you'll fold it this way, and then you'll fold it this way. So you're just wrapping it around. And that is what makes the little pocket where you'll put your pencil in here. And let me show you how I suggest that you glue it together. What I did was I put my glue all along this bottom edge here. And you just kind of want to stay with the mono-multi glue here, the green capped glue. You just want to stay in what it, the space that it fills. And then here, I want to completely cover this edge, this little triangle here. So I'm gluing that down. There's no need to glue this down because it will fold in on itself. Okay, so I'm taking this, which will fold in, and that will hold itself. And I'm folding. And then once I'm at this point, I'm going to need to put some adhesive on here. So you want to put adhesive all along this edge, all along this edge, and along this edge, of course, you want to get not too much that it scooshes out, but you want to have enough here that it will keep it shut. You don't want it popping open. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And then just kind of zigzag maybe across here just to help it hold in that spot. So these corners need plenty, and then like that. So then you're just taking this, folding it over, and you want to use your bone folder. This is my one from Center Stage a couple years ago. And so you're just folding this down and creasing it. And as you do that, you're basically sealing up the glue as well. So at this point, you're ready to put your pencil into your, there we are, use that one, into your little pencil holder. And then for this one, I just thought I would wrap around some white ribbon and tie it in a bow. This is a little bit sticky, so I would suggest that you keep your adhesive eraser handy and that you keep things cleaned up here. You don't want anything sticking down, and it can get a little sticky, so you just have to be careful on that. Okay, so tie. Like that. I'm just going to tie it in there. And I think that you can see how quick this project, these little projects would come together. You can make several of these really quickly. And then, so now all I need to do is just kind of get it neat. And you could also spend as little or as much time as you would want. Like I said, I had a little, cut out of the Playful alphabet. I had just O-S-U down it. And then this one with just the little cute tie, bow tie on it. So you can see how quick these are and how sweet they are. And then I think that just makes a great back to school gift, and just kind of peps up your present. Whereas, you wouldn't make a present normally of a pencil like this, but these are those little Vera Bradley pencils, and they're my favorite pencils. So they have the little click up top like a little clicker pen, and they're very nice to use. So that's why I think these are worthy of a little container to put them in. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.